So hi guys, today we will see more about the git log command. So in if you type git log in the cmd or in the git bash, you will get all the commits you have ever done. So now we will see how to push back to the previous command and how to see what are the things is particularly committed with that commit. So before that I have to remove this .git file because in this folder we didn't commit a huge differences, so that's why you will not understand properly. So I'll just bring some remote repository over here. So to do that you have to open git bash over here. Let me increase the font size, and now if I write git status, and now I have to remove the .git file. So to do that, rm-rf.git. Now it is removed. Now if I write git status, you will see nothing. There is no git repository over here, and in this folder there is no .git file. Now let's bring some remote repository, not some, only one. For example, the edx ui one, edx ui github. So this is the website, I mean the repository, and then copy this link, go in the git bash and write git clone. Then we have to paste that particular link, and then you can rename the file name. So I'll rename it by writing edx ui and then click enter. So now if I go to this folder, you will see there is a edx ui folder. That means inside this folder there is a .git file. So obviously still there is no repository in this git tutorial folder. So I have to move the git bash into this .edx ui folder. So to do that, before that let me write my path pwd. You can see we are in the git tutorial folder. Now let's move to this edx ui folder, cd edx ui. Now you can see we are into this edx ui folder. Now if I write git status, now you can see here is written your branch is up to date with origin master. So origin master is actually the branch name. By default the branch is master. We can change the branches also. We will see that in our next video. So let's ignore that thing and write git log. You'll see there is a latest commit by dependent preview, a name of that guy who committed this thing on December 23 at this time. And it says that March pull request hashtag 662. You can also see the previous commits by pressing the down arrow key. And if you want to exit from here, you can just press Q and it will exit from here. Now if you go to the official git log documentation by git, you will see there are so many options you can do with git log. For example, let's do the first thing, that is git log -p, or you can write --perl -reg xp. In the short form it is git log -p. Let's do that, git log -p, and it actually shows all the details in every commit. For example, in this commit nothing added or nothing removed, it actually merged the pull request. And in the previous commit it actually removed some json file and then it added another json file. You can see minus minus and plus plus, and similarly you can see all the details of every commit. For example, in this commit the guy removed this version and added this version, newer version, and resolved the queries. And similarly you can see all the you know details of every commit. And if you want to exit from here, you can just press q. So the git log -p actually shows more elaborated details of every commit. Now if you want to see like only short details of every commit, you can write git log -stats. It will actually summarize all the commit and it will show only how many lines are added and how many lines are deleted from that commit. So if you run this command, okay, I added a s after stat, so it is actually git log -stat. And now you can see it is actually showing how many lines are added and how many lines are removed. You can see over here from this file package log.json, it added 13 insertions and 21 deletions. That means 21 lines are deleted. And from the package.json, it added one line and it removed one line. So overall, it added 14 insertions and 22 deletions. So, and you can also see the summarized details of every commit by pressing the down arrow key. And if you want to exit from here, you can just write press Q. So now we will see the git log hyphen hyphen pretty comment. Let's find in the documentation pretty. There are so many things you can do with this command, pretty command. Let's do it one by one. So if you write git log hyphen hyphen pretty, and then if you write this comment one line equals to one line, it will actually show every commits in one line, so that if you want to ever print all the commits in one paper, you can do it by writing this comment. Okay, so git log hyphen hyphen pretty and then equals to one line and then press enter. You will see, let me decrease the font size. Now you can see all the commits are into one line. You can see in this commit these things were merged, right? Similarly, in this commit these things were added. So in this way you can see all the commits into one line. Now press Q to exit, and if you write, let me increase the font size again, uh, git log hyphen hyphen pretty then equals to short, it will actually show limited things of every commit. Okay, so let's press enter and you can see it is only showing the commit name and the author name and what did he modified. It is not showing the date, the time, what did he modified, anything, right? Now press Q, and if you write git log hyphen hyphen pretty equals to full, it will show you some details of every commit. Now press enter. You can see, now we can see the March ID, when did the commit happen, the author's email ID, etc., etc. Right? Now press Q. So now you can see the differences between the git log hyphen hyphen pretty short and full. In full, it is showing the author name, the committer name, but in case of git log hyphen hyphen pretty equals to short, it is only showing the author name. It is not showing the committer name. So let me clear your doubt. Like, the committer name and the author name is totally different. The author is that person by whom the file is created, but the committer is that person by whom the file is modified and the file is committed to the Git repository. Okay. So now again, let's go to the Git documentation and let's see some more comments with hyphen hyphen pretty. And in the placeholder section, yeah. So in this pretty formats, you can see we can do these things: one line, short, medium, full. We only see the short and full. You can also do pretty equals to median, and then pretty equals to fuller, email, raw. You can try all those things so that you can understand it properly. And in the placeholders, there are so many placeholders you can also use. There are some placeholders you can use to change the format of the git log. So for example, if I write git log hyphen hyphen pretty then equals to format, then if I write percent %h hyphen hyphen percent %an and close the inverted commas and press enter, you will see, let me show you what did I did. So yeah, so you will see, so it will actually show you the hash commit shorts. That means the abbreviation version of the commit ID, and the AA means author name. So this is the author name and this is the commit ID. Okay, if I write like this, it actually means the first it will show the commit ID, then a space, then two hyphens, and then another space, then author name. So suppose if you want to see the author emails along with the author ID and author names, you can also add like this hyphen hyphen or whatever number of hyphen you can use or whatever things you want to use hashtag AE, and now if I press enter you can see it printed the commit ID with the author name and author email ID. Let me press Q and you can write it in whatever format you want to write. For example, suppose I want to only write the author name and author email ID. Uh, in between, I want to press and this is email of me. And now if I press enter, now you can see the author name and sorry, the author name and then after this text, this is email of me, then clone and then the email ID. Okay, so in this way you can use this format. Now suppose sometimes you want to print the commits only after some particular date or after some particular month. For that you have to write like this git log hyphen hyphen since equals to 3 dot weeks. Now you can see only the commits which is within 3 weeks from now. Okay, similarly you can write 3 dot months or 3 dot years or something like that, you understand, right? 2 dot years something suppose, and you can see. So in this way you can print all the commits within a particular time limit. Now press Q. So you can also check all other comments with Git log from the Git documentation and practice those things. Obviously, you don't need to remember all those things. You can always go to this documentation and find whatever comment you want to perform. So in the most of the case, you just simple git log will do the maximum works. Okay.